Hey everyone, this is Prepper471 and today I'm going to create my promised medical bag vid. I would like to say up front there are some instruments and tools in here that normal lay people first aid kits do not have. I am not trained at the moment but do intend to become trained for their use. I also have the supplies around just in case there's a doctor or a paramedic that comes along who won't have their own supplies to use. Another thing I would like to say is that in first aid kits, when you're preparing for long-term emergencies, is you want width and breadth. You want enough supplies to treat multiple of the same injury, but you also want enough different type of material so that you can treat different types of injuries and hopefully sustain long enough until you can get resupplied or figure something else out. So to start with, first I've got a massive number of gauze pads here. I've got 4x4s, 2x2s, 2x3s. In this one I've got some of the 2x3 non-adherent pads that have adhesive strips built into them. So it'll help preserve your tape a little longer. On this one, I've got 2 rolls of regular paper tape, hopefully a little easier on the skin than some of the silk tapes are. Got lots of different rolls of Coban here. Definitely good to have because they don't stick to your skin and hair just to themselves. Next, I've got alcohol prep pads. Lots and lots of these. You can never have too many of them, and they're relatively small. So definitely good to have for sanitizing instruments or wounds. Next, I've got an imitation cat tourniquet. You definitely want that around just in case you can't control bleeding with direct pressure alone. Up here, I've got more large gauze pads. I've got a massive amount of gloves. This bigger Ziploc here is about 1.5 boxes of gloves, and then I've got a smaller pouch here. Even more alcohol wipes in this one, and rolled gauze pads, or rolled gauze. Definitely important for either using as a primary dressing or a secondary dressing. Over here, I've got 5x9 ABD type pads. Definitely good for wounds that have heavy drainage or are bleeding heavily. Right here, I've got an Israeli battle dressing. I'm not sure if this is the one that's got the compression bar on it or not. Definitely important to have some of those around. This one has got some separate gloves, some feminine pads, and empty Ziploc bags. I keep the empty Ziploc bags in here so that we can use them as makeshift chest seals should somebody have a sucking chest wound. I've put these into individual Ziplocs so that should we have like an active shooter